Good morning. One small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. One small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. I hope you enjoyed those wonderful words. Let's now begin with the story. Look at this picture of hate. Look at the hate in his eyes. He's not even holding him. He's not even touching him. He hasn't even got his arms around him. Look at the hate in his eyes. Looks bad, doesn't it? But this is supposed to be Nazi Germany. This is supposed to be the hate that Nazis or Hitler had towards black people. It doesn't add up, doesn't it? Look how relaxed he is. This is 1930s. During the heights of racism in Britain and in America, where black people were untouchables. Yet Hitler had no problem putting his arms around Jesse Owens. There's more to the picture than meet the eye. Very interesting, and our information of history is cloudy and full of misinformation. Let us look at the evidence further. I'm not sure if David Cameron is shy or trying to hide away from the subject, but I asked him what was his commitment to race relation, what was his commitment to uniting black people and white people together. After all, Adolf Hitler named a street after Jesse Owens. In Nazi Germany, a street is named after a black man. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the wonderful memory that Adolf Hitler has created for Jesse Owens. Look at this. Isn't that something? Isn't that special? Let's now look at what David Cameron has done in this modern century for black and white people unity. Oh, Britain can deliver. David Cameron can deliver. Not the unity between black and white people, but to enforce the power of an already invincible group, the LGBT. In this modern age, while Adolf Hitler has created a street after Jesse Owens, after Germany had pampered black people, this is what Britain has to offer in this modern century: gay rights. So it begs to ask the question, if Adolf Hitler can hug affectionately a black man during Nazi Germany, during the heights when white people had what is xenophobia, the real terminology of that usage, not homophobia, that does not exist. And I'll debate anybody in court. Tell the lawyers, if you're watching this, please debate me. Don't be cowards. Come and debate me. There's no such clinical term. I'm begging for the entire, look, make me look stupid. Take me to court. Make me look stupid. But on the terms and condition, you don't hide history. You don't hide all the medical papers. You don't hide all the Kinsey report, all the Floyd report, or Alistair Crowley. On those terms, I'll meet you in court. You don't falsify history. There's no such thing as LGBT phobia. No such thing as homophobia. It's a damn lie. But that's another thing. But do you know something? Who the hell has been lying throughout history? Who the hell is behind it, causing division between Germany and black people? Somebody is cooking and stoking it up. Somebody is benefiting. In my last video, I mentioned, did you know there's more opportunities for black people in Germany than there is in Britain? Did you know that? Did you know why black people in Britain, if you're a policeman, a black policeman in Britain, in America, if you're a black judge, they see it as normal, they smoke a cigarette, no big deal. If you're a police chief in America, an African-American police chief or an African-American judge in America, no big deal. That's the stereotype. African Americans were moaning, oh, they always portray us as judges and senators in America. Can you imagine? In Britain, if you're a black policeman, you're doing very well. That's how backwards Britain is. That's how backwards Britain is. 21st century. 21st century, and Britain is backwards. If you're a policeman, you're doing very well. In America, if you're an African-American policeman, rah. In Britain, if you're a black policeman, you're high class. That's how low black people are in Britain. You African-Americans, you got it good. Believe me, you got it good. Why do you think black people in Britain want to go to America? Why? Think about it. In Britain is hell for black people. Hell! Most racist country in Europe. However, I digress. Please let me calm down. Please be gentle with me. Let me calm down. I'm begging you. Love me and I love you. Be patient with me. So who is behind this evil, this wickedness of dividing white people from black people? Notably the Germans. Who is orchestrating this racial hate? Ow! Bear with me. Bear with me, please. Oh, hello. No, I wasn't smelling the beauty of these lovely flowers. No, no, no. I was smelling money. You know, some group of people, they have a nose for it. No pun intended. They have a nose for it, smelling money and mischief, smelling money and opportunity. They say entrepreneurs, they know how to make money. They have a gift for it, but they do it honestly. They do it honestly. They use their gift. But some people have a gift of mischief. Some people, their history is riddled in wickedness and deceit, and the love of money is a root of all evil. Money will make you create wars. Money will make you cause mischief. Money will make you divide people. How has Zionism become so powerful? Why are the Jews so powerful? Because they found solace in money. They found security in money. If the money disappeared from the Jewish community, they would have no power whatsoever. Just like Arab oil. The only reason why Muslims are allowed to do terrorism is because of oil. You remove the oil and the West would allow the Middle East to go up in flames. The West don't love the Middle East. It's love the oil. You'd be surprised what people will do in the name of necessity. Get rid of Arab oil and they'll be smuggling up to Africa. They'll give Africa a deep throat, a blowjob. They get no shame. Because Africa's got oil. But the Middle East at the moment is benefiting them. But let the oil run out and trust me, there's no such thing as loyalty. Which is why they put up with terrorism. But I sidetrack slightly. Let me go into this further. Let's get back on track. So, to remain in control, you need to break down society. If you notice how in the Jewish community, you don't have the same problem like you find in Europe. You don't have the potential devastation of the family. You don't have the family redefining itself. Why? For the simple reason, I leave it to your imagination. He who has the money control politics, control misinformation, control devastation. Let me see if I can post you an evidence.
The push is on. With the Supreme Court hearings last week on homosexual unions and Obama's own endorsement, Jews are at the forefront in promoting gay marriage. Jewish leaders like billionaires Sheldon Adelson, Michael Bloomberg, and Mark Stern of the American Jewish Committee have all come out in favor of what has traditionally been looked upon as sexual depravity. Even Elena Kagan at the Supreme Court, yes, Jewish, an alleged lesbian at that, is reportedly known for queerifying Harvard when dean of the law school by introducing transgender law courses. Two Jewish groups in particular, the Anti-Defamation League, together with the American Federation of Teachers, have been promoting the homosexual agenda in our public schools. Books like Daddy's New Roommate, Ken, Daddy's Wedding, Daddy Marries Ken, King and King are part of the ADL's early learning program, molding the minds of impressionable little children to accept and embrace deviant sexual acts. But Jews prefer sending their kids to private schools. It gives their children better standing for admittance to Ivy League colleges and shields them from homosexual propaganda. Believe me, for I grew up as a Jew. For a Jewish son or daughter to announce to their parents that they are gay is one of the worst things that could ever happen. You see, Jews look upon marriage for their own as sacrosanct, as paramount for the perpetuity of their Jewish race.
I'm going to tell you the most important thing you have to remember. About all that I learned in the world, this is it. No matter what happens, you marry a Jewish girl. That's right, your mother was right. You marry a Jewish boy. There's nothing more important in the whole world than this. And there's another reason why you better marry a Jewish girl. So your mother doesn't break both your legs.
Indeed, according to my own Jewish upbringing, there's nothing gay about two men having sex in each other's rectums and two women using dildos to imitate the act of procreation. And we heard during the Sabbath Torah readings the passage from Leviticus, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination, saith the Lord." Why then are Jews pushing gay marriage? It's for the goys. That's why. I'll never forget the day that a gay movie came to Brookline, Mass, with homosexual images plastered all over the marquee. As I stood across the street in disgust, a Hasidic rabbi came walking by. I pointed to the movie and said, "Isn't it horrid that we're assaulted with these lewd images and titles?" The rabbi laughed in scorn and said, "It's for the goys. Who cares?" You see, Jews have no special love for queens, transvestites, and cross-dressers. They look upon them as dreck, as repulsive. But to dismantle a Christian culture in America that opposes Jewry, that's what the Jews are after. Homosexuality is for the goys, but the regime is for the Jews.
Shocking video. How the Jews are behind the destruction of a family, the destruction of European values, Christian values, and the reason why the church is so under attack. Jews are behind it. The same Christians that, oh, the Jews are chosen people, look after them. They are behind the persecution of Christians because they do not believe in Christ, you know, and they believe only Jews, you know, the Jewish blood matters, you know, and etc. However, the Jews run Hollywood. There's three major, what do you call it, MGM is run by Jews. All that I will obviously do my third chapter, part 3. Right? So a lot of black people, they blame white people for how they're portrayed in Hollywood, the stereotype. They blame white people for why so many black men are homosexuals. When you begin to look at the evidence, you begin to realize there is an invisible hand behind all the works. There's a spanner. There's something, sorry, there's a work in a spanner, as it were, that is involved. And the more you look at the evidence, the more you begin to realize, and this Jewish brother, there's loads of Jewish brothers out there who are exposing, you know, Zionism, exposing the Jewish wickedness, plot and scheme. And they have been doing that since day one. Hence, let me go back to my subject. See, what the lies that's been said about Hitler, the Jews don't like the Germans for the obvious reasons. But what many people don't realize, the Jews backstabbed the Germans. One of my subscribers actually put a link onto my video part 1. If you look on there, you will see a very comprehensive video as to what the Jews did to the Germans. Really, really bad, really bad. Backstabbed them, double-crossed them, etc. Now, if you don't believe that the Jews are involved in history, I think this is during the First and Second World War, where the Germans was fighting against America. Fight against Britain, and Britain wanted America to join the war and help and to fight against Germans. And the Jewish said to showing the Jewish plot again, showing what the Jews are capable of. The Jews said to, this is history, this ain't no conspiracy theory. The Jews said to Britain, give us Palestine, give us Palestine, a land that's not theirs. Give us Palestine, and we will get the Americans involved. Britain and America were false allies. They were false friends. If they were genuine friends, you come and fight with your friend all the time, no matter what. If my friend's involved in a fight, I'm jumping in. It's only natural. If I see my friend, you know, in a fight, somebody attacking him, you know, I'm jumping into hell. It's only natural I will wait there and see what there and show him the benefit, whether he's going to leave me in his will. It doesn't make sense. You know, well, you know, Britain, you know, said to, you know, Jews said to Britain, give us Palestine. I think it was 1948 treaty, and it wasn't theirs to give. It wasn't theirs to give. And you wonder why we got the problem today in Palestine. It wasn't theirs. There's a history to it. The Jews, like, got the land illegally, kicked out the Palestinians, and they got the land. But you can't say that. You can't speak the truth. And they promised America, shh, if you come and join, look at it, if you come and join Britain, behind the scenes, they were stoking it up. You wonder why black people are suffering? It ain't white people behind it. You better start looking at your history. Somebody's behind the scene, cooking it and stoking it. And that's for my next video. What black people should know about Nazi Germany, the truth about it. Because you think that Germans hate black people. No, somebody else is behind it, cooking it all up.